decision to start with the FlopAcademy comes from a personal experience. Indeed, I did set up a startup which failed, and I did carry out the stigma of a failing entrepreneur in Europe. And this was really ridiculous, the whole way the community looks at you when you're not successful in being an entrepreneur. Therefore, my will and the mission that we have is actually to train the young generations or future leaders to accept failure, and we can only do that if we teach them at a very, very early stage how entrepreneurs actually talk, act, and think. I think it's utterly fundamental that entrepreneurship is integrated into the curriculum of kids as soon as possible. Acquiring an entrepreneurship and entrepreneurial mindset is something that has to be facilitated into kids at a very early stage. Therefore, this is why our camps and our classes are actually targeting very young kids from 12 to 16. Young kids actually benefit from the program because they get an introduction of the entrepreneurial process. So what we do is that we stimulate their creativity in thinking of solutions to specific challenges that we give them, and then we take them to the simulation of starting up a new venture through collecting market feedback and going on the streets, or using social media in an intelligent way, or going to a fab lab where actually they prototype the solution that they conceived. Of course, we cannot guarantee success. In the real world, just 7% of those who hold an innovative idea actually manage to create a successful startup. So we expect the same percentages to happen also here when you simulate things with young kids. So they might flop, and they might not succeed at the end of the journey, but so be it. Better get used to failing and learning from your experience and go ahead. We designed the programs in various ways. We have the flagship program, which is called the Flop Camp, where it's a 5-day intense course from 9:30 to 4:30, where the kids actually simulate the setup of a startup. We have the Flop class, which breaks down the whole program in 10 half days, so it covers 10 weeks. And we have the Flop and Go, which is a more personalized and coached experience for single teams who want to have some kind of support. The important thing to say is that this program has been conceived by together with a board of advisors that we have, and the board of advisors is all composed of young kids from 12 to 16, so they actually have a say in how the program can be construed to better fit their own needs. Well, we're just getting started in Brussels, and we do hope to actually set a FlopAcademy that actually works well and actually has a high impact in this region. And we do plan, of course, the growth of the FlopAcademy in other cities, starting with the partnerships with a set of key actors that we are starting to get. To attend a course in a Flop camp or a Flop class, there are no specific requirements. We target kids from 12 to 16. The only real requirement is to bring your creativity along. My advice to teenage entrepreneurs is definitely don't be afraid of failing and execute your brilliant ideas.